Hi, today we'll practice how to schedule a macro. The macro allows the user to change any parameter of the controller accordingly to the configure schedule. So you have the screen of the controller that you want to make a macro. So you go to configuration, server settings. So you click on macros. You click on insert, so you create a new macro, choose a name, so you'll choose the controller you want to create a macro. In the right side of the screen you have all parameters for regarding this controller. So in these parameters you'll choose which parameters you like to change. Select the parameter, change the value and confirm. I will not change many parts, so it's just examples how to choose and change the parameters. So you come here and save. And now your macro was successfully created. Now to schedule a macro, you go in the left side, click on schedulings, choose a day, you can create a description for your macro schedule. It will be the type you choose if you want to schedule a macro, a report, or an alarm. So in this case, we are scheduling a macro. So you choose macro, choose the day to start the macro and the time. So in this field, macro, you comes and choose a macro that you want to schedule. In this case, you have only one because we just create only one macro. So if you have more than one, you have a list. So choose the macro and save. So here on Tuesday, at this time you'll have a macro scheduled. I'll click 2 times again to show you that if you click on recurrence, so in this window you can configure the recurrence of this event if you want per hour, daily, weekly, monthly, or per year. So in this case we'll have per day, and you just give an OK and save the macro. So here we create a weekly macro, so just from Tuesday to Friday. So it's important to mention that if you want to back into normal configurations, you must create a second macro, because if you don't create a second macro, your controller will be always working into the parameters you create to the macro for test purpose, for example. So if you want back into your normal operation, create a second macro after the specific one. So let's create a new macro for normal operation. So I come in macro again. So here insert, create a new macro. Can give a macro name as normal operation. I choose again the controller. And I back my parameters to the normal values. So we can save. So now, as you can see here, you have 2 macros created. So we go again to scheduling. Again, you gave a name. Choose a type if it's a macro, report, or alarm. Choose macro. Normal operation. And then you save. So now, after your test macro, after this period ends, you'll have a normal operation again. In case you have any doubt, you can contact our technical support. We have technical support on the web page, via email or phone, so feel free to contact us. Bye.